your name come from?
My name came from when I was staying in Shreveport. I was going to Southern University of Shreveport, going there for music technology. And they had this guy I would rhyme every day. His name was Mario. He was one of my roommates, and he was just like, man, you know, I told him they called me Roscoe. And he was like, I was kind of like one of the petty hustlers on the campus, you know, just nickel and diming weed, whatever I could to, you know, to make it. And he was just like, man, every time I see you hustling, you grinding, trying to, you know what I'm saying, make some money. He was like, I think I'm going to call you Sco Money. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of stuck from there. Like when I got back home from Shreveport, back in the Lafayette, I just told everybody, look, they calling me Sco now, man. They calling me Sco Money. This is what it is. You know, so that, and it kind of just stuck, you know.
Where are you from?
I'm from Lafayette, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Originally born in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, before I was even one, my mom relocated after divorce to Lafayette, Louisiana. I grew up in Macomb, you know what I'm saying, Magnolia and 7th Street off of Sunnyside, you know what I'm saying? That's where I grew up, you know, doing whatever I could, nickel and diming, hustling, you know what I'm saying, thugging on the block, whatever you want to call it.
Lafayette is home, though?
Yeah, Lafayette is definitely home, you know what I'm saying? That's the birthplace there, real talk.
What's your opinion of the state of rap music in Louisiana right now?
What's my opinion on it? My opinion is, I would say it's being watched, but not like it's supposed to. There's definitely a lot of artists that's coming out of Louisiana. It's a lot of small towns that surround it, so it's not that big. So it kind of make it hard to come out from where you at. And then, you know, definitely the era of music or where we at, you know, for different artists who not, you know, making, you know, the era of music. You know, the era of music there is basically, you know, pop pills, you know, kind of buzz head, busting type music. So it's like, you know, if you a different artist like me trying to come up out of there, it's pretty hard because you got to get your music in there and out there to the other, you know, the other states as well. So, you know, that, you know, my opinion is hard, but it's not hard, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you know, being where I'm at, I'm definitely thinking that it could be a better networking system there, you know, back home. You know, it just don't have the limelight like it used to, like, you know, when Wayne was coming out, you know, when Cash Money was really coming out. You know, it's kind of choosy picky right now who they're picking out of Louisiana.
Lafayette, give me a tour of the city for someone that's never been there before. Let's start with the food. What's your favorite food spot?
My favorite food spot would have to be Guidro's, man. Guidro's off of Simcoe, you know what I'm saying, man? You know, poke steak, you know what I'm saying? Cowboy stew, I don't know if they ever heard of that. Cowboy stew is basically, it's kidney, you know what I'm saying? You know, pig intestines, you know what I'm saying? It sound nasty, but when it's cooked clean, like, you know, just like chitlins and all that, you know what I'm saying, with the greens, when it's cooked clean and you get some of that rice and gravy, man, with that seasoning on the side of there, and the spices and herbs, you definitely gonna like it. You gotta come down there, Smallz, and check that out for real, man, I'm telling you, it's the truth.
What about the nightlife? Favorite strip club in the city?
Favorite strip club? Well, it would have had to be Lipsticks, you know what I'm saying? But that recently got shut down, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was Seductive Sundays, you know what I'm saying? It was definitely nice, man, you know. We even had the girl Johnny Blaze out there one time. Shout out Johnny Blaze, you know what I'm saying? I hosted that when she came out there, man, for Seductive Sundays. That was for the Stripper Olympics, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, yeah, that was the spot it was. I hope they found a new spot. I can't say for a spot right now. It's so small in Lafayette that it ain't really like, you know, the Onyx, the Dreams, you know what I'm saying? It's not there, man.
Favorite nightclub in the city?
Favorite nightclub? I mean, I worked to a couple nightclubs, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, if I had to be honest, I'd have to say Shakers is my favorite nightclub, man. Shakers nightclub is where I work, and it definitely goes down. I made a name there. I mean, I pretty much made my status there as the king of turn up. You know what I'm saying? Definitely the Prince of the South, you know, was where I got my name. You know, they basically named me there. If you go to Shakers nightclub in Lafayette, Louisiana, if you say Sco, somebody's gonna say, man, yeah, that's the man. You know what I'm saying? That's, yeah, you can't, it go one, Shakers and Sco Money going hand in hand. If you say Shakers, you gotta say Sco Money.
Any other spots you would recommend someone visit first time in Lafayette? We talked about the food, the nightlife. Anything else that sticks out?
Food spot, and another nightlife spot, I would definitely have to say Club Bed on Fridays. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna work nowhere where it ain't turned up and it's going down there. You know what I'm saying? So Club Bed, shout out my homie Wochi, because you know what I'm saying, that's where he be at too. So, you know, and another food spot, I would have to go with Legacy, man. Legacy, man, they have some great food there. It's a downtown spot. And, you know, you basically can hit it all in one. You know, you can stop to Legacy, get you one of the legendary quesadillas with the special sauce, you know what I'm saying, with the Legacy sauce, you know what I'm saying, and from there eating, you can walk straight downtown and turn up, and, you know, from there, you know, at 2 o'clock, I don't know, from there you go where you need to go, you know, it ain't really no after spots. in the flat, you know, Lafayette, AKA, you know, Lafayette, we call it the flat, man, you know what I'm saying, it's the flat land, so.
Let's take it back a little bit. What type of student were you in school?
If I have to say, you know, I'm going to just knock them out of one. If I had to say elementary, middle, and high school, good student, but distracted. You know what I'm saying? Very distracted. You know, my attention span was very easy to lose if it wasn't something that was very, I could say entertaining. You know, since I'm an entertainer, like, I don't know, I was always like a fun-loving kid who just loved a clown joke. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, it wasn't hard. So in school, I was just friendly. Always, I've been rapping since about 10, 11 years old. So I was still rapping and writing rhymes. You know, I was coming up in the church, so I couldn't rap about what I wanted to, but I made raps, you know, whenever I needed. And you know, that's Sco Money. You know, well, through school, you know, just a cool guy, just, you know what I'm saying, trying to come up and make it out the hood, man. That was it.
Jobs you had growing up, if any?
Jobs? What? I had a Pizza Hut. I worked at Pizza Hut one time. Where else I worked, man? I worked at Acadiana Lanes in Lafayette, which is a bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? Where else? I worked to John Deere, the tractor company off of Highway 90 going towards Broussard. And that's about it. Like, after that, there wasn't no more jobs, man. Like, I knew what I wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? It took me, you know, I want to say my last job was at Shawnee's. That was before I met Currency. You know what I'm saying? Fiend for the Money, you know, Young Roddy, you know what I'm saying? Corner Bar P, before I met all of them, you know, and KLC, Beats by the Pound. Shout out KLC and Beats by the Pound in New Orleans. Before I met them, yeah, that's what I was doing. I was washing dishes to Shawnee's. You know what I'm saying? If you check out my first single, which I had with Currency, you'll hear me say that in my first rhyme. Went from washing the dishes to counting money, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, that was the last job. Like, I probably had 4 jobs in my life. That's it. Super one, that wasn't long, you know, like, and that's about it. I can count them on one hand, you know what I'm saying?
Any crazy customer stories?
Man, I remember when I was working in Super One, I had to chase this one dude down one time for stealing some meat. And real talk, because I'm a real nigga. And the boss, Mr. Washington, shout out Mr. Gerald Washington, man, you know what I'm saying, for real. My boss, he told me, he said, if you chase that dude down, I'll give you a 50-cent raise. You know what I'm saying? And I looked at him. I'm like, man, come on, quit playing. He was like, man, if you chase that dude down, I'll give you a 50-cent raise. Man, I chased that dude down all the way down the thruway. And if you ever come to Lafayette, if you see what Super One is and you see where the thruway is, that's about a mile down. I mean, I chased that dude down and, you know, called him. You know, I don't want to feel like I was a cop, like, you know, like a RoboCop figure, but I mean, at the time I was married, you know what I'm saying? I'm married and divorced. So at the time, man, I had to do whatever to pay the bills, man, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I did, man. I chased him down. That was the first time I ever got a raise, too.
What's the worst thing you put your parents through?
First thing I put my parents through? Prison. You know what I'm saying? Probably the worst thing that I put my parents through. You know what I'm saying? I love my mom, man. She's a pastor. You know what I'm saying? My brother's an ordained bishop. You know what I'm saying? My sister's a retired detective, 17 years in Shreveport. You know what I'm saying? So, like, my story is kind of like that black sheep. You know what I'm saying? I'm that black sheep, man. You know, gun charge, you know, weed charge, drug charges, whatever you want to name. You know what I'm saying? 2.5 years. You know, basically, I just got out of court about 3 days ago. They put me on 2 years probation. You know what I'm saying? Until the 15th, you know, I'll be signing that paper. And it's just the life of, you know, that's the real life, you know, hustling and dipping, dabbing, whatever you got to do in this music game to keep the music pumping. Everything that I ever did was pertaining to my music. You know, it got me caught up in crime, but I'm still here doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, God is good, but at the end of the day, yeah, man, that's what I put my family through, a lot of jail time, a lot of war stories, a lot of shootouts, you know what I'm saying? Definitely, I don't know if my son coming home type stories, you know what I'm saying? And lost a lot of homies to the game, man, dead, some in prison right now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, I'm you know, I thank God for being here, but yeah, that's the pain I brought to my fam, man. Mom, dad, whatever you want to name. And I ain't never really knew my real daddy, so, you know, stepdads, whatever.
What's your message to the youth?
My message to the youth, man, I'm glad you asked me that, Smallz. Because my message to the youth is to let them know, like, if you ever listen to my music, you know, my music is basically going to display the struggle that I had to go through. And, you know, my music just displays the struggle for them. You know, I give them the struggle of what I had to do because I'm somebody who really was there and did that and lived those shoes. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I want to tell them what to do before they do it. You know, what's the outcome of this? You know, you can be a D-boy, but if you're going to D-boy, know that being a D-boy comes with jail time, losing family, being robbed, being killed, whatever, homies stealing from you, you know what I'm saying, women cheating, women taking your money, whatever it is, you know, that's the game that come with, and that's definitely my message. My message to the youth is, you know, I made it out that way, you know what I'm saying, and if, you know, if I can make it out, you can too, you know what I'm saying, you know, I came from a good family, I really wasn't the home, you know, my mom didn't raise me the thug, I was, you know, really in the hood type, you know, I ventured out in the streets and did what I did because of the crowd and people that I chose to hang around. You know, and that's probably, you know, that's basically my message, is just to let the youth know that, you know, be you. You know what I'm saying? Don't follow nobody or do what you want to do, and that's what my lyrics, you know, express. If that's the person you are, be the person you are, man. Don't follow, man. Lead, man. You know, lead by example, for real.
Let's talk music. What do you hate the most about the music industry?
You sure you want to ask me that, Smallz? You sure you want to ask me what I hate about the music industry? I'd have to say, man, I'm not going to really say, you know, a lot of guys falsify, you know what I'm saying, or saying doing this, you know what I'm saying. I feel like it's a lot of falsifying in the rap game, you know what I'm saying. You know, like, basically, you know, how I really feel about it is, you know, is definitely missing a lot of originality. You know, everything is based off a hit, off a sound, off a, you know, who made the beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I definitely feel like, you know what I'm saying, it need to be more research into the music industry as of just, you know, finding a hot producer to, you know, get a beat just to get your song out there or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's what I feel like the game is missing. You know, back in the day, man, I wish I was born, you know, when Mystical and them was in their music era. You know, I wish I came up with those guys. It was so easy to get a deal. It was so, you know, and I don't mean easy as in the sense as of, you know, like, you know, just having your money right. I mean easy as in the sense of if you really was a talented guy who had rhyme schemes and could rap and really did what you did, was really a real nigga from your set, and people knew who you was, it wasn't hard for you to make it out. You know, prime example was like Master P. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was being who he was. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and just like any other rappers that came out of Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? I feel for Chicago, because a lot of base of Louisiana rappers that come out often die, man. We lost a lot of guys in Louisiana, bro, for real. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like, you know, the falsifying, man, like, you know, keep it real, man. You know, if you know you ain't doing some shit, or you know that ain't you, like, be you, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Be original. Like, that's the only thing I hate about, you know what I'm saying, the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even like that's my forte on it. Like, I wish hip hop would be more open. You know what I'm saying? And rather than closing, a lot of guys are, you know, having to do stuff or having to do or say or be some certain type of way, and deep down inside they know they really not that way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing any shots. I'm just saying that, you know, be original. You know, keep it original. If this is what you are, that's what you are. You know what I'm saying? Keep it all the way. You know, 100. How we say platinum. Keep it trill like Trill Fan, whatever you want to call it, man. You know what I'm saying? Keep it 100, though.
Top 3 things you need in the studio.
Weed, Hennessy, and my big homie Wax, man. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? My big homie, yeah, weed, Hennessy, and my big homie Wax, and we making classics all night.
What kind of strain?
What type of strain of weed? Zeta Sage is one of my favorites. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's definitely like a hybrid. It's a, you know, it definitely like does the body good. Alien Inferno Kush, you know what I'm saying, was another good Kush that I love to smoke. You know what I'm saying, that I love to get. It's like an energizing type. You know what I'm saying? Weed. This is definitely a weed. Like if you got off of work, you just getting out of the studio tired, you definitely can smoke it and kind of be up if you need to be up for an hour or two. Purple Maple was another good one, man. It's basically like all the perps mixed together in one. You know what I'm saying? Whatever strain it was mixed with, OG, Perp, you know what I'm saying? Granddaddy, you know what I'm saying? Purple Haze, it's all of them mixed in together. You know what I'm saying? That was a big one that I definitely loved. And if I'm trying to pick between G13 and Banana Kush, because those two, G13 and Banana Kush, was two Kush that I smoked one time, and Banana Kush was definitely like a body healer. You know what I'm saying? Like it was another kind of like a hybrid, kind of like a you know, like it gets the body very straight. Like it'll make the hairs on your arm stick up. You know what I'm saying? But G13 is a power punch. It's a power punch pack. Like from the moment you hit it, bam, it'll make your eyes water up, make your nose tingle, and yeah, like it's that. You know, I could go on and on about the weeds and cushions I smoke, but yeah, that's probably like my top 5. You know what I'm saying?
Craziest studio story, if you have one.
Craziest studio story. Craziest studio story. I was in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, recording my first mixtape with KLC and Beats by the Pound. And Mystical walked in there, man. And I want to say he had just got out. Like it was probably. I got an old picture on my Instagram. You can follow me on Instagram at Sco Money. That's SCOMONEY, Sco Money. He was. I want to say he was out for maybe 3 months, maybe 4. And he walked through the studio, bro, and I was in there recording, and he asked, like, he was like, man, who's that in the other room? You know, and KL, you know what I'm saying, who, you know, runs Beats by the Pound, KLC, KL looked at him and was like, look, that's Sco, man, like, you know, young cat we messing with, you know, Fiend for the money, picked him up and kind of was just fucking with him. And, you know, Mystical told me, you know, hands on, but, you know, after he took the picture with me, he looked at me, shook me in the hand, looked me in the eye and told me, bro, never stop doing what you're doing. You definitely have a talent. And, you know, that was definitely words of motivation coming from him, from somebody who did prison time, who got held back, you know what I'm saying? Somebody who definitely came out of that era, being in the streets, New Orleans, just being one of the people who was around and involved, whatever you can name, you know, in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That was very, and a big influence on my career for him just telling me, you know, just looking at me and just saying, look, bro, if this is what you want to do it. And listening to my music, actually saying that you have a talent. I'm supposed to be doing a song with him too, man. I'm still waiting to hook up with him, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get that popping, though, Mr. I'm going to come see you, man.
What's the realest shit you ever wrote out of your whole collection so far?
The realest shit I ever wrote? Ooh, that's a good one, Small. That's a good one. The realest shit I ever wrote. Damn, because I got so much real shit. I'd have to say, if I had to honestly, you know, just be real, you know, because this makes me pick out a song out of all my arsenal. You know what I'm saying? I'd probably say the realest song I ever wrote was a song called Take Your Money. It basically describes my old persona, or what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I used to, that's why you can always hear me say that I was a pelly hustler, because, you know, my forte was really robbing, man. I was in the robbing, thugging, and thieving, breaking in the windows type shit. You know, you can forget that pretty boy shit and all this shit, that how I look, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. But, yeah, like, that's definitely, you know what I'm saying, one of the songs that I'd have to say was one of the realest shit that I ever wrote. It was called Take Your Money, and I basically just described, you know, what's my persona and what's my feel on life, you know what I'm saying? And like through that one song, you know, I describe how it is being in Lafayette, you know what I'm saying? Because back home, we got the girls that's called, you know, they call mark girls, set girls, trip girls, you know what I'm saying? And that's basically girls who are paid to set you up to take your money. You know what I'm saying? So and you know, I named the song Take Your Money, and it's definitely a real thing that goes on in my city. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no names and what highs involved, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the realest songs I ever wrote.
What are your keys to success?
Keys to success? Being stable, and I mean as of in life, you know what I'm saying? Keeping, you know, your priorities straight, whatever you have, whether it's family, kids, you know what I'm saying? Making sure that, you know, you keep that in focus, you know, definitely keep that intact with your career, because it's definitely gonna help you. You know, if you got that taken care of, it's just definitely some stuff that you don't have to worry about. You know what I'm saying? Another one is just staying focused on your craft. You know what I'm saying? Keeping God first. And, you know, it's just like Mystical told me, if this is what you want to do, if hip-hop is what you really want to do, you're going to take all the sacrifices. You're going to throw everything down that you don't want. You're going to spend all the money that you have, everything. You're going to spend your last, whatever you got, on your craft. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do whatever, however, and spend however much I got to do whatever I got to do to show people that hip-hop is my first love, and this is what I really want to do.
So what you got going on right now?
What I got going on right now, I'm 5 mixtapes in the game. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on Jackin For Beats, which is going to be hosted by my chill bottom DJs. That's DJ Dobie Devious. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot of work with UGK. You know what I'm saying? Coming out of H-Town, RIP Pimp C. DJ Matches out of New Iberia, that's Berrytown. You know what I'm saying? The Berry is what they call it. DJ Sexy Legs did a lot of work with Kevin Gates. You know what I'm saying? A couple other artists, you know, like Young Reddy. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Kane, free Mr. Kane, man. You know what I'm saying? A couple other guys out of BR, and you know what I'm saying? I definitely got the Smokers Only EP, which I released this year on 420. You know what I'm saying? Featuring the big homie Currency, that's Spitter Andretti. You know what I'm saying? And the big homie Fiend for the Money. You know what I'm saying? The legend from, you know what I'm saying? No Limit Records, you know, did a lot of, you know, features and songs with Jet Life, toured with them too. You know what I'm saying? I got my first mixtape ever, which was No Excuses mixtape. A lot of my mixtapes was dripped in sections, so it was quick mixtapes. So it was like, you know, No Excuses is still a recent mixtape. It's probably maybe a year old. You know what I'm saying? Features trademark The Skydiver. You know what I'm saying? Corner Boy P, my big homie Wax. Cody Brendel, R&B artist that's coming out, you know what I'm saying, out of Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? Rehab mixtape. You know what I'm saying? I dropped that one too. You know what I'm saying? Which is a LP that was basically produced and mixed and mastered by KLC and Beats by the Pound. You know what I'm saying? And Cold Chillin'. You know what I'm saying? That was probably one of the most recent ones that I dropped as well before the Smokers Only EP, which was hosted by DJ Ubarrell out of New Orleans and Baton Rouge, man, that area there, man, you know. So that's the tapes that I'm working on now. That's, you know, they're out now, so I ain't even working on them. They're out. So if you want to go get them on YouTube, you know what I'm saying? Nothing's on iTunes, but we getting them there with the singles and everything, you know what I'm saying? But as of the mixtapes, Dat Piff, Spinrilla, you know what I'm saying? Whatever pretty much you want to name, you know what I'm saying? Live mixtapes, they're up there, you know what I'm saying? Sco Money, Roscoe Sco Money, you know what I'm saying? Whichever you want to put in it, you know, like I said, you can follow me on Facebook at Sco Money, Instagram at Sco Money, that's SCO Money, you know what I'm saying? Twitter at Roscoe Sco Money, that's ROSCO Money, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I got a couple other more singles that I'm about to be releasing, and I got a couple of more projects that I'm definitely working on, which is going to be featuring KLC and Beats by the Pound again. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully another feature with Currency, the big homie, you know what I'm saying? And a couple of more, you know what I'm saying, artists that's been coming out. I've been fucking with Patchwork since I'm here too. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go to Patchwork Studios and pick up some things, and I cut a single over there with a guy named Maserati Mike from out of Ohio. I definitely came back here. I was here 2 weeks ago for the Core DJs meeting for the, what was it, Coast to Coast DJs. And Core DJs, Tony O'Neill, you know what I'm saying, over Core DJs, you know what I'm saying, invited us out. We came out, did our thing, and watched Sway from in the morning, you know, talking, you know, tell you about how to do this game. But, you know, that's what I have out now. We also have a single out called Smoke Something, which I told y'all before features the big homie Currency and Fiend for the Money. I got another single coming out called Take Your Money, which I broke here in Atlanta at Dreams Strip Club, you know what I'm saying? So it's definitely more to be coming from Sco Money, man. You're going to see me, Smallz, I'm telling you, man, you know. Any other thing other than that, you know, the clothing line's coming, Congo Life Music Group, KLMG The Mob, OBK, Black Kids Only Blow Kush. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just, you know, sponsors out the ass, man. Shout out my sponsor in California, man, Fresh and Fitted. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my other sponsor in Lafayette, Ruckus Lafayette, Bisbano's Pizza. You know what I'm saying? Legacy Downtown, Shakers Nightclub, Fridays Club, Bed, whatever you can name, you know, all my sponsors, man. Yeah, like, you know, definitely shout outs to them. And yeah, like I say, Smallz, this not going to be the end, man. You know, I got to get you to host a mixtape, too. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, that's it for me, Smallz, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. You know what I'm saying? But I'm coming with more.